Why won't Washington work?
I will sentence you to 40 to 75 years in the Michigan Department of Corrections.
This serial rapist, Michael Eugene Swigart, was just sentenced to prison for sex crimes. But he could have been caught decades ago if DNA from a 1988 rape had been tested sooner.
You have demonstrated a pattern of identifying, targeting vulnerable young women.
Think of all the more recent victims that could have been protected.
When he threw me on the bed and he was raping me, my son had a plastic bat and was hitting him.
Swigart's DNA was found in at least one of 11,000 untested rape kits in Detroit. Nationwide, experts estimate up to 400,000 reported rapes, some decades old, likely remain unsolved because rape kits like this one have not been processed, largely due to the high cost of pursuing DNA evidence.
This is a problem for everyone and for every community.
For years, advocacy groups such as the Joyful Heart Foundation have been pushing for federal money to help cities end the backlog.
Each day that goes by where they can't test their kits or investigate their leads means they're losing out on the opportunity and ability to provide justice for survivors and to hold these offenders accountable.
Finally, this year, a glimmer of hope. A $41 million bill to fund rape kit testing passed the House, and it reached the Senate floor in June.
The only restrictions on amendments to this bill are those in the standing rules of the Senate.
The $41 million was included as part of a larger $180 billion spending bill.
When do we start legislating again?
But the rape kit relief funds fell victim to the U.S. Senate's quicksand of dysfunction, with both sides sniping about amendments and vote thresholds and no discussion of justice for rape victims. The spending bill was pulled.
This is the way the Senate operates now. I wish it didn't, but it does.
It's like, air being deflated out of your tires.
Kim Worthy, Detroit's county prosecutor, has made it her mission to clear her city's backlog of 11,000 untested rape kits. In the first 1,600 she had tested, she found 127 serial rapists, Swigart being one of them.
These rapists from the 1,600 that we've had tested over the last couple of years have gone on to rape in almost half of the states in the United States and the District of Columbia. That's how pervasive this problem is in one city, in one county, in one state in the United States.
This week, the funding got another chance, this time as part of a $1.1 trillion spending bill.
We've done this in a bipartisan fashion, and frankly, it's a good bill.
I'm just not going to vote for it. At this point, I don't see many Democratic votes at all.
At this hour, it's unclear that the spending bill will successfully get through Congress, and if it does not, this crucial funding will be delayed yet again. Either way, it should have passed months ago.
The real issue has come down to who has control over the bill, and those are the leaders of the Senate, and that's who we need to act right now.
To these prosecutors and activists, congressional gridlock is not just a journalistic cliche or a campaign complaint. It is pernicious.
There's no reason why it should be so hard to prosecute violent crime against women. I will never understand that. What you're saying is a whole population of people, mostly women, that their lives don't matter, their cases don't matter, and they don't matter. So I don't understand that at all.